Hello everybody. The league seasons are now over. Cups have been decided and the trophies, and you can see mine here, have been doled out. We are going to recap the season, tell you the results of that cup final, and give you guys a bit of a presentation ready for season 3. So, starting with the Lilly-May Segunda division, you can see top of the table on 24 points, with a touchdown difference of 1 and 4 casualties dealt. We have Kai's Dwarven team, the Memento Moris. In second place, taking that ever-important playoff spot, 22 points, touchdown difference of 5 and 2 casualties, is Rob's Halfling team, the Hodgepodge Villains. In joint second place, with touchdown difference being the maker of the split by 1, we have Tentacles Aros Lee's team, Chaos Renegades, and the Badlands Black Orc team, Nigel's team. As you can see, touchdown difference of 1 to 0 made the difference, both of them also having the same casualties, which would have begged the question, if Nigel could have scored 1 more touchdown, he would have gone third on alphabetical order. Very, very close. This league, the entire season, has been ridiculously close, in my opinion. 5th place, and comfortably avoiding the wooden spoon, 15 points, with a touchdown difference of -1, and casualties of 3. We have the Blue Shorts Boys Black Orc team, ran by Ben, and gaining their first non-loss ever, which is a big achievement. We have Tom's team taking home the wooden spoon on 7 points. The Hairy Rainbows. Touchdown difference of -4, 6 casualties, so they got more casualties. They did more touchdowns in the first season, excluding the concede results, which defaulted them 3 touchdowns. Very, very well done. And I would only expect Tim's results to improve season on season. And I'm sure everyone will be waiting for his first victory. But let's quickly round up the scorers, passes, and casualty dealers of the Lilly-May Segunda division. And they are as follows. In the top scoring charts, first place and taking home that touchdown trophy from the Segunda division is Co-earned Butler from the Memento Moris with 7. Shufflefoot taking silver medal of the Hodgepodge Villains on 5. We have Griff Oberwald of the Star Players Union on 3. We have both Muttley and Scooby of Tentacles Aros on 2 each. We have Bloom Jr. of the Hair Rainbows on 1. Dan Sneer Dwarf Blue Shorts Boys 1. Fancy of Tentacles Aros 1. Grizz of the Badlands Black Orcs 1. Johnny Grogden, Larry Oleg, and Mike Webster, all of the Blue Shorts Boys with 1. Snot Singer and Snozzle of the Badlands Black Orcs 1. Spook of Tentacles Aros with 1. Stella Jr. of the Hair Rainbows 1. And rounding up, we got Treadfoot and Urahak, Badlands Black Orcs with 1. Completions, there was not many. A runaway winner was TC of the Tentacles Aros with 5, with 3 mentions of the Hodgepodge Villains of Bully Oakgruff, Red Trunk, Deeproot, and Stubby Wheatwig all with 1, and Grill Steak Snick of the Blue Shorts Boys with 1. Casualties, we had 24. We have Scooby of the Tentacles Aros with 2, Thundersnork of the Badlands Black Orcs with 2, Tinkerbell Jr. and Tooth Fairy with 2 from the Hairy Rainbows, and Treadfoot of the Badlands Black Orcs with 2. As you can see, it was very, very close, and it went down to alphabetical order. If any of these players would have just got 1 more during the season, they would have been guaranteed the trophy, but it went to Lee, who also won the top completions trophy. We then have Adelaide Boar's Blood and Bedwig Hog of the Memento Moris with 1. Benny from Tentacles Aros, 1. Boozle Snaffum from Blue Shorts Boys, 1. Choo Choo and Daphne of Tentacles Aros with 1 each. Daz Ripper of the Badlands Black Orcs, 1. Deep Roots of the Hodgepodge Villains, 1. Drim Grown of the Blue Shorts Boys, 1. Elstan Bender of the Memento Moris, 1. Grahamton Stabben of the Blue Shorts Boys, 1. Griffel Bold of the Star Players Union, 1. We have Grom Rady of the Blue Shirts Boys 1, Helms Nut of the Badlands Blackhawks with 1, Huckleberry of the Kansas 1, Musa and Roxy Jr. of the Hairy Rainbows 1, Selwyn Kiss of the Memento Moris 1, and Slays Cruelish of the Blue Shirts Boys 1, and following up, Spickham and Thundershook, the Badlands Blackhawks 1. Moving on up we go to the Premier Division. Then we'll discuss the playoffs, as we now know Rob was a member of those playoff games. We have top of the league with 30 points and a touchdown difference of 9 and 17 casualties. We have Black Spike Feet Chaos Dwarf Team by Carl. In second place, we have myself on 22 points with a touchdown difference also of 9. 5 casualties. We have my Amazon team, the Skull Splitting Sheilas. In third place, we have the Chaos Chosen team, the Break Your Legs, with a touchdown difference of 0 and 11 casualties, second in the league, by Liam. In fourth, avoiding any relegation threat with 12 points, touchdown difference of -5 and 6 casualties, was Adam's Necromantics Roaring Juniors. In the relegation playoff, fighting for survival with 10 points, 10 casualties, and a -5 touchdown difference, was the Nurgle team by Sam. And taking home that wooden spoon and guaranteed silverware to fight for in the second division next season is the Chaos Renegades Stewart's team with a touchdown difference of -6, worst in the league, but very impressive casualties of 9. Moving on, looking at the top scoring charts first. By Scylla of the Skull Splitting Sheilas got 10, with chased closely by Morhoff of Black Spike Feet on 7. We have Up to No Good of the KDK Cats on 4. Worst Boy of the Roaring Juniors on 3. Ashibar of Black Spike Feet on 2. Bad Boy of the Roaring Juniors also on 2. We have Yaver of the Break Your Legs on 2. We have Jesse of the Monster Mashers on 2. We have Habhak of Black Spike Feet on 1. JD of the Break Your Legs on 1. Mike Hunt of the KDK Cats on 1. Mr. Smee of the Monster Mashers on 1. Sophie of the Skull Splitting Sheilas on 1. And finally, Uznavi of the Break Your Legs on 1. Moving on, similar story with the completions this season. There was one runaway, which was Sheila of the Skull Splitting Sheilas, my throw-up, with 6 completions. And then a whole bunch of ones, which was Javert of the Break Your Legs on 1, Shady Guy and Smash and Grab of the KDK Cast both on 1, Sophie of the Skull Splitting Sheilas on 1, and Worst Boy of the Roaring Juniors 1. Finally, looking at the casualties, Ashabar took it of the Black Spike Feet on 7, with partnered Cinderbreath of Black Spike Feet on 4 in second place on alphabetical difference only, because Jean Valjean of the Break or Leg, sorry, not the Monster Mashers, on 4, with Clayface of the Monster Mashers and Mufasa of the Break Your Legs both on 3, making up the top 5. Bazarak, Baharaka, and Drazhoff of the Black Spike Feet all got 2. Hitnu KDK Casts on 2, Yavert of the Break Your Legs 2, Plankton of the Monster Mashers 2, Sandra of the Skull Splitting Sheilas also got 2, Sir Loin and Smash and Grab, sorry, I've misread, but the KDK Cast both had 2. So again, despite Stuart taking home the wooden spoon, was in the top scoring charts and in and about on the casualty table. Worst Boy of the Roaring Juniors got 2. Astrogoth of the Black Spike Feet got 1. We have Audrey of the Break Your Legs with 1. Bigger Steve and Captain Seaman of the Roaring Juniors with 1. Donkey of the KDK Cast with 1. Fiona of the Break Your Legs also 1. Gaston of the Monster Mashers 1. Goth of the Black Spike Feet 1. Hopper of the Monster Mashers 1. Jacques Sheet of the KDK Cast 1. Jesse and Mr. Smee, both of the Monster Mashers 1. Sakura of the Skull Splitting Sheilas 1. Sandman of the Monster Mashers 1. Shade E Guy of the KDK Cast 1. We have a triple header from the Skull Splitting Sheilas of Scylla, Simone, and Suki, all with 1. And topping it off, Tiny Frank won. Now, we now know the relegation playoffs are to be played between Nurgle's Monster Mashers Sam and Rob's Halflings, the Hodgepodge Villains. It was a interestingly close game, ending 1-1. Both coaches were unable to attend and play extra time rules as per, and asked me to officiate and allow extra proceedings to be made. We agreed on a best-of-5 penalty shootout to let Nuffle decide which team made the most impression. This went 1-1 first. It was a tie. Then the Nurgle took the lead, followed by a quick reply from the Halflings, and then the Nurgle stole away from it with 2 more consecutive victories, leaving it 4-2 to the Nurgle team. However, there was a request that landed on my desk to have the Roaring Juniors coach, Adam, be relegated through his own choice and decision for a mix of experience, thinks would be better gained in the lower league, and for league enjoyment, which is the most important thing. So, despite Rob not winning the relegation playoff and unable to secure promotion because of this unprecedented sequence, where a team that was safe in the Premier Division has asked to go down, I'm going to grant it on the benefit to Rob that his team will get that spot as a promotion. The playoff seemingly merely only provided silverware to the winners. The other cup competition that was on was the hard-fought Halfa Legg Cup that all coaches were involved on. And the final ended with the champion of the Premier Division versus the second place team in the Segunda Division. It was an interleague tie for the final between Carl's Black Spike Feet and Rob's Hodgepodge Villains. This match, I only saw bits from the sidelines, was intense. There was millions, and I am not exaggerating, there was millions spent on this match in extra inducements, star players, wizards, rerolls, coaches, you name it, it was probably there or thought about. It ended, though, not as a draw, but a decisive 2-0 victory and 2-2 on casualties to the Hodgepodge Villains of the second tier. The stunty team of the second tier stole it and ran away with it 2-0, thanks to both touchdowns coming from Griff Olberwald, a player that was very affiliated with their team throughout the entire season, and one of the casualties also coming from Griff Oberwald, and Red Trunk picking up a casualty in that game as well. He's Treeman, not Chaos. We also had casualties from the numbers 1 and 2 of the Chaos Dwarves. I do not know what they are, as I was not given them in the report. That was because I didn't ask for them. But that's fine. So, that means Rob took away the runner-up of the playoffs and the League Cup winner. Ty picked up a trio of trophies, picking up the league winner, the coach's choice, as he won the vote there, and the top scorer of the second tier. Lee picked up comfortably the completions trophy, and on alphabetical, the casualties trophy. Commissioner's choice went to Ben, as there was only 2 options on the night of teams that had not won trophies that were present, and well done to him. In the top league, Carl won the league winners and the casualties award. Sam picked up the winner of the playoff. Tom in the second division won the wooden spoon, along with Stuart in the top division winning the wooden spoon. I won the top division's top scorer and top completion. That leaves... That's everybody. That's everybody. But no. It has been a really good season. And next season is only getting better with 2 coaches already confirmed for next season and maybe more to be added. We're still having the same amount of trophies. We don't have 3 divisions yet. And we are now introducing bonus points for high levels of scoring, high levels of casualties, and if you can keep yourself a clean sheet. We are now recording every single game, and they will all be uploaded right here on YouTube. So do keep an eye out for those if it is something you wish to watch. If you want to join the league, I will leave a link to the document with all the league rules in the description of this video, so please check it out. And I will see you all next year at the start of Season 3. See you later, guys.